does that elephant gun lift assholes off their feet? Whoa. That just lifted him up, man. Fair dinkum. Good thing there was a barrel behind him, otherwise he probably would have gone all the way back to the river. Yeah, well, I don't even know where you are, so you need to join my posse so I can find you. Said you're in McGrath. You're not, because I am, and you're not there. Well, there you are. Alright, what the hell are we hunting? Oh yeah. Where the hell are you going now? Alright, I'll be there in a minute. I'm going to get some of this jewellery. I got phone going at the same time, man. Oh yeah, joy, fun. At least you're getting laughed. And anyone that fucking watches the broadcast will get a laugh too. And possibly a lesson. On what not to sacrifice in your life. Oh dear. Gus is Santa. Why? Because he wrestles walruses. Well, why do you think Gus is Santa? Because he's fat. Mate, if you keep eating shit the way you're eating shit, you'll end up as Santa. Especially when we want to live on bowls of fucking ice and sugar. Oh yeah, amongst all the 4 or 5 cakes that I've made in the last 7 days, man, I've also had to make like, I don't know, 3 or 4 bowls of bloody icing. Aside from the icing that goes with the cake, because we all just love icing, man. Oh look, I've got the way to mix it right in the top of my head. I can tell you off the top of my head right now is the best way to make it, man. Just take a cup of ice and sugar and put it in a bowl to start with, and get yourself about 30 to 40 grams of margarine or butter. Butter's really nice, and mix it through until it sort of mixes in with the icing sugar, and then just drop about 15 ml of milk in it, and if it gets runny, drop some more ice and sugar in it with about 4 or 5 drops of vanilla essence. The yummiest butter icing, man. Oh. Yeah, only when you're Corey and sit down and eat it by the bowlful. I took down a bowl that had about, I don't know, 2 or 3 cups in it, man, to be quite honest, and yeah, he didn't let his, he just straight away stuck his finger in there at his face, hoping that would keep his mother out of it, but no, it didn't. And we just finished off a rich chocolate one today that was in the fridge. Oh. Damn, now I make myself hungry. Yeah. That wasn't because of the cake, Corey. That was because he probably drank about 3 litres of soft drink, and God knows how many lollipops and lollies that you shove down your gobs at the same time. The banana lollies are also coated in chocolate. No, oh shit, you know what, I found these, oh, it's hard to describe sort of the texture of them. It's a cross between a sherbet and just like sugar icing that's hard, right? But they're banana flavoured, and they are so beautiful, Pirate. But they actually dip them in chocolate. It's a new one. During the 70s, we just used to get the bananas, and we go and buy them, and they melt in your mouth, and it was just the best sugar rush because it tasted like banana. But now they actually dip them in chocolate, and I brought some the other day. Oh man, I told you, whenever anything goes wrong in Australia, we just take something and dip it in chocolate and make everything better. It's a great way to get over everything that's happening in the world, man. I should write to Dr. Phil and see if that's just a problem. I'll write to Dr. Phil and give him a bit of advice. Man, if you want to make your country better, just take everything when something's wrong and dip it in chocolate. Makes everything taste better and look better.
No need for honest folk to wear a mask.
Yeah, not on my watch. I'm not making any fucking icing for you to eat, that's for sure. Me no dumb, me no silly, me come out of daddy's willy.
Oh my. Whatever you're planning, I beg you to reconsider.
Alright, so where the hell did you go from Ansburg? Well, let me guess, you didn't even make it to Ansburg, did you? Oh, Roanoke Ridge.
Why you put that mask on, son?
Gustamus. Oh, come on, where's my pigeon, you bastard? Gus bullshit. He's full more shit than Cripps. That's just crap, man. How the fuck did my pigeon land underneath a wood stack? Oh, fuck you, shit me game. Yeah, a pigeon, you know, a flying rat. That's what they call them in New York. Fucking flying rat. Don't call her a mine shaft, you'll get slapped. Just for a particular audience, that one. Probably sitting there scratching its head. What the fuck does that mean?
I'm staying clear from this.
I've really got to get my mind out of that gutter. So, I discovered too the other night when I was having a crack at this pirate. I come out of my moonshine shack down in Headingham Steed, and there's a rhubarb plant. I picked it, rode across the road, come back, and picked it again, and rode back across the road down to the river, and went back again and picked it. It's broken. Just like the one up at Butcher's Creek that's on the table. Well, they keep showing up broken and you're able to keep going back getting them. I suppose you're not cheating the game, you're only just taking advantage of what's broke. You think they'd fix something like that because it is fucking definitely broke. But for some reason they got it in their head, oh no, they're, you know, that fucking horse riding action is too smooth, we've got to break that. About those ones. What about right? They generally don't, the deeper you go. It's hard to see the light. If they're well lit, you know they're well trafficked, so you're better off staying away from them. That's just an infection. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, I wish I had teeth. I really got to learn to start biting my tongue. That can't be good. A lot of those.
You best keep your distance. I don't need friends.
There you are. Fuck's sake. Come on, horse. Just fuck over here. Nightmare. Finally. Alright, Gus, I'm coming your way with a night moose. Man, that bastard is hard to kill. Bullshit. Because I was there when you killed yours and you were freaking out because it was running and you nearly got away from you. Yeah, well. Don't sit there saying it's easy when you're panicked. I know you're fucking panicked. I was there. Oh man, I'll take that any day of the week. Although I really did want to sample that bastard, but no, well, better off dead than on the back of my horse. The other way. I'm a legendary moose hunter. See, I don't get it. You wanted me to come back in here and help you hunt legendary animals, but you haven't been anywhere near me. I've bagged one. You got two before I even come in here. Yeah. How's that going for you? That's alright. I'm going to have a look at the time in a minute. I'm going to tell you how long you've got. You're going to get off and go to bed and go to sleep. Why would you do that? You just like spending money, don't you? Come on, Harshu, Trumply, let's go. Jeez, he's pushing it fucking, isn't he, man? He's been diagnosed with COVID, he's fucking exposing all the Secret Service and all his security and shit to it. And now he's fucking saying that he's not going to do that second presidential debate virtually. He wants to do it in the studio live with Biden and the nominator, the moderator. Is this guy fucking a whack job? Well, can't they fucking lock the president up for endangering people's lives? I mean, they do it. If it was you knowingly running around over there, passing around this fucking super spreader disease, they'd throw your ass in a fucking safe place where you couldn't do it, right? Why the fuck don't they do the same thing with you, man? That's fucking outrageous.
Ah, look who it is. Quite.
Yeah, I know, it's me,
All
Superstar
right, what
Hunter.
have you got?
I've got... I think it may be your cousin, Gus. Good thing I left the body where it was. God knows what you'd do to it. One legendary night.
I pride myself on a quality product.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah. Now I've got 17 of them. Why do you have to discard them?
Good luck out there.
And don't discard anything. Take them to your camp and sell them. Bring your camp to you. Don't need them to crypts if you've already got them. Ride to Gus. Sell them to Gus. comes the moose. Coming through the spruce. It's the spruce goose moose. Give it to Corey. That'll do it. Oh, that's just silly, man. Alright, it's 11 o'clock. You guys can shut your shit down and get a movie on and get into bed. It's 11 o'clock at night. Let's go. I'll be back in a minute, man. Just tuck these guys in bed. Good thing you gotta love them for 18 years or you'd fucking murder them sometimes. Fair dinkum. Well, because it's so doom, you know, it's time to shut your shit down. He's been told if you've got pelts and legendary pelts and stuff like that on the back of your horse that you need to get rid of, go and get rid of them and then shut it down. Well, now I'm the biggest cunt under the sun because I've said it's time to go to bed because it's 11 o'clock at night and he's left with the fucking shits and turned it off and lost all his pelts. These legendary ones he had. And now he won't talk to me, won't say goodnight to me. Well, the only thing I've got to say to that is what I said to him. Get over it, sister. Pretty much. Yeah, well, like I said, man, I'd rather them hate me now while they're young and love me and appreciate me for it when they're older. And they have to do the same dance with their own kids. They'll think back and they'll go, yep, there was a reason why he was such a hard cunt. Teach me that I'm going to have to be a hard cunt with my own kids. They can just get the fuck over it, man. They're kids and they just need to learn that they are kids and they can just do as they're told. That's why the young Lucas is jacking up a bit. That's right. No. That's it. Now they've kept the dog in the fucking room. Fuck, sorry, man. Oh no, he's under the table. Cool. Yeah, I think the thing that busts them up the most is I really don't have any sympathy when they do shit like that, man. I don't care. I stick to my guns. See, their mother just gives them too much leeway. And the 13-year-old's actually jacking up even more every time we start talking about fucking moving back in together and doing it as a family. You can just see it in his eyes, man. He don't want that to happen because he has so much fun walking over the top of his mother and doing whatever the fuck he wants. And he knows as soon as I'm back in the house, that all stops. But the one thing I said to my missus the other night, and it was so true, because I said to her, you know, like I said, you've been privy to a lot of things in the last 12 months, man. And like I said to her, when I needed you the most when my daughter was on her fucking deathbed in that hospital, you told me I could get fucked and do all that shit on myself. You had no sympathy nor empathy for me, and as far as you were concerned, I could get fucked. I said, that's probably the cruelest thing you could have ever done to me. I said, and I actually got through that by falling into my son's arms every night when I come home from that fucking hospital, and by talking to people like Pirate and Shadow and that I had met playing online. Discussed it all with them, and they fucking helped carry me through it all. I said, and you and your family think you can stand there and call me a cunt? You've got no idea how big a cunt you and your fucking family are towards me and my children, mate. I said, so you might want to think about that shit. I said, and here's another thing to think about. I said, your mother has done everything to keep us apart because she didn't want me to be your daughter's father. I said, I get that, because I'm not her biological father, but I would have been a hell of a stepdad if I was allowed, and she wasn't taught to disrespect me by your mother. I said, but here's the kicker. You and I have 2 children together. They're not fucking my stepchildren. They're not your stepchildren. They are our children. I said, now it's time for your mother to back the fuck off. She wouldn't let me be a father to your daughter. It's time for her to back the fuck off, get out of our lives, and let us be parents to our children. By the end of it all, and I finished saying what I was saying to her, I said, do you have anything to say? And she looked at me and she was like, bawling her eyes out and shit, man, and she was like, I can't say anything, I can't reply to that. She said, everything you said is right, I've got no reply, except to say sorry. No, that's a start. But she's been on board ever since, man. That was about 2 weeks ago, and she's obviously given it some thought, because her mother was down at her house the other day, and Nikki just said to her, she said, oh, what's the matter with you? And Nikki said, I'm just broken, I'm a bit shitty about it, because I haven't been at work for 2 weeks, and I didn't get paid what I was going to get paid, and I'm broke, and I'm just not happy about it, so I'm not in the best mood. And straight away, mother's turned around and said, go and see that fucking thing up the road and get some money off him. Fuck him. And apparently she's turned around and said to her mother, will you just fucking stop? She said he paid for the boys' birthday dinners 2 nights in a row. He's made their cakes, he's brought their presents, he's done fucking everything. Why do you have to start on him? And with that, her mother stood up and fucking threw a coffee out across the fucking veranda and shit. Said to her, you can go and get fucked then. I was only trying to make it an easy way for you to get through without beating shit, without having any money. She said, forget I even spoke. And here's another thing. You can't even get your fucking kids off to school. And then she stormed out. I was talking to my mate Scotty about it today. And he looked at me and he goes, you're pretty fucking smart, aren't you? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, you know that every time fucking you and Nikki get closer together that her mother cracks the shits and fucking starts doing stupid shit, don't you? I said, yep. And he goes, you're not as fucking dumb as you make yourself out to be sometimes. You're letting her shoot herself in the foot so you don't have to do it, aren't you? I said, fucking oath, mate. I'm giving it all the rope it wants, mate, so it can hang itself. Because I know that even staying at my fucking missus's place, man, drives her mother absolutely nuts. And she takes it out on her, and she takes it out on her granddaughter, and she takes it out on these 2 boys. And with what I had to say to Nikki over the last couple of weeks about where we've been at and why we've been there, it's actually getting through to her this time. She's actually listened, and, you know, it's having a bit of an effect on the way that she's thinking. Thank God. She hasn't been so loving to me in about 10 years, mate. Yeah. Been about 10 years, man, since, like, we've sort of show each other affection here and there, off and on, when we're not at each other's throats because of, you know, my daughter or her mother. But they're very short-lived. They're very short-lived shows of emotion and affection. Because all it takes is for my daughter, when she was here, to do something wrong, or her mother to say or do something wrong that would set us both off. Me, not so much, because after 15 years, I'm used to a mum shit. But if her mum started on me, like if she started about me, it was much easier for Nikki to stay away from me and not have a relationship with me to shut her mother up, because that's what she's used to doing with her mother. If she conforms, her mother leaves her alone. If she doesn't conform, her mother keeps going and going and going, and makes her feel guilty for her having a life apart from her mum. So one of the things I actually said to her the other day actually, because she brought it up, because the mum started to crap, and I said to her, here's something to think about while you're driving your mum over to the hospital for an appointment. I said, you probably should ask her this too. She goes, what? I said, every time you and I get close, every time you and I try to start our family and make it work, and we know we can make it work because we have, I said, but every time your mother starts. And she goes, yep. I said, have you ever stopped and wondered that maybe she may be just jealous that you have somebody that loves you and accepts you for all your faults and all your goods, accepts you as the whole package, loves you regardless of what you do, and she's jealous of it? And she stood there and she looked at me and she goes, I reckon you're fucking right. She said, I reckon the way my mum carries on about hating men and shit, she said, I reckon it's all a ruse. Having you say that now, I think it's all a ruse so that she didn't get into another bad relationship. And she's projected that on her. It's fucked. But like I said to my mate Scotty today, because I'm going to marry her, man. I was going to marry her this year, but with COVID and crap, we just couldn't do it. But I do intend to marry her. And my mate Scotty says to me today, he goes, when you marry her, he said, am I going to be at the wedding? I said, fucking hell, you'll be at the wedding, man. He goes, you're going to stand up there at the altar and just look at her and go, fuck, you can't. And I said, no. He goes, really? I said, no. I said, because that'll just get us off on a bad footing, mate. I said, why the fuck would I do that? Honestly, after everything I've been through, why the fuck would I do that? He goes, so what are you going to do? I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to marry her. I said, and then we're having our little reception later. But nobody's looking. And nobody's around. I'm going to walk up to her mother and I'm going to whisper this in her ear. He goes, what? I'm going to walk up and I'm going to say, I fucking won, cunt. I've got your daughter. She's not yours anymore. Suffer with that for the rest of your fucking goddamn life. Fuck you. But I said to him, I will make sure nobody is around. So that way if she goes back to Nikki and says that I said something to her, I'll make sure that, you know, hey, I haven't been here all night, mate. I have not said a word to her. Don't you think she's just starting a jealous crap again? And that'll be the end of her, mate. She will be out of our lives for good. This is why I'm glad I fucking studied my own brain when I had to go into full-on psychotherapy and shit, man, because I was losing the plot. I got all the fucking helpful advice I needed from the psychotherapists and psychiatrists and shit, man. And then I sat down and fucking studied the brain so I could understand sort of what were my triggers and shit, man. But in doing that, I also learned about other people's behaviour. That and just a lifetime of experience, man, dealing with people. But studying my brain and the psychology of it all behind it it was actually a bit of a boost to help me understand other people, you know, not just myself, through their behaviour. Fuck you, mate. I can psychoanalyse any cunt, really, and then I can figure out how to bring their demise around. If they're fucking pissing me off, I can bring their demise real quick by their own behaviour. I'm just feeling it's taken me 10 years to fucking realise it, mate. But I think I had to wait for the right time too, like for Hannah to move out of home. Because now that she's a young independent woman with her own job and a boyfriend and living in her own house, there's no excuse for us not to be together as a family now. Oh, it will, man. Because I'm an Aries and I get what I fucking want. I don't want to wear that, it's too fucking hot. I don't even know if I want to be in here anymore. God damn horse, you look pathetic. Pick your head up, you motherfucker.
Your distance would be appreciated. I got places to be.
Yeah, you shutting your face would be appreciated too, you fucking moron.
Why the fuck would I want to protect a legendary animal? You know? I'll fucking kill him.
Come on, get clear. Shit.
Isn't that funny how when you pick up a bird carcass that you can put in your satchel, that gives you experience points for skinning it even though you don't? Ride like the wind, motherfucker. Really? You?
I'm gonna kill you, son!
Fucking knock me off my horse, you knob. Take that. Try getting up from that holy adventure. Fucking where are these bastards? There. You're gonna be the first motherfucker that dies, and I'm gonna take your maxi gun and shoot the fuck out all your friends can't. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, because you'll be dead.
Do you think you...
Man, you're fucked. Man, if that's what you call organising a fucking hit on me, you can't organise a fucking route. There, Dinkin. Fucking hopeless. Couldn't even organise a fucking fart in a wet paper bag.
Get these damn ropes off me!
Shut the fuck up.
Mierda!
Hombre.
Cabrón!
I was checking out this fucking thing on Facebook the other day, man, and it's made me think of all these old sayings. What's the saying that your father used to say to you when you were a kid that you don't hear much anymore? Man, I had a field day. So hungry I could eat the horse, chase the jockey. Yeah, you couldn't organise a fucking route in a brothel.
Pinche imbécil!
What was it? Oh, that was another one that I put there in my head. My old man used to say it to me all the time. What was it? Don't think about shit.
Cut me
Because if
free,
you think about
and I might not
think
kill
about
you.
shit like think thought, then you think that you've shit yourself. But if you actually have a thought about it, you'll find that you haven't shit yourself at all. Used to dumbfound me what the fuck he meant by that, eh? And it wasn't until I got older that I realised what he meant was if you keep fucking, you know, shitting in your own backyard, it's eventually going to catch up with you, man. So, you know, that was pretty much the gist of his message, and I just couldn't work it out when I was a kid, and I wondered why he used to get the shit bonked out of me every time I got home. Because I never used to think about it, he used to tell me. Never fucking think about shit. You just go right ahead and fucking have a thought and go right ahead and do it. Thought he shit himself once, but had to think about it and realise that he didn't. That was the one, sorry. Had it asked about me before. He thought he shit himself. It was every time I said, but I thought. And then he'd say it, thought he shit himself, but had to think about it, and he think, you know, realised he didn't. I'd be like, what the fuck are you on about, man? Then years later when I found his dope plants growing in the pool that he built for us to swim in, that we never got to swim in, I realised that he was just he was probably fucking off his tits when he used to say that shit to me. Yeah, he brought us a swimming pool and put it up in the backyard with my stepbrother, and they put the cover over it, which was just like fucking that fucking shade cloth shit.
Otra vez? No puedo
And then told us all to stay away from it. We weren't allowed in the pool yard. Thinking, what the fuck? But I never ever seen them fill the shit up. And then it was probably been there for about fucking 12 months or so. And I decided to have a look into it.
You're as good as
See
dead.
what the fuck was going on, and yeah, sure as shit, you can't go back there. So I stole them. I got smashed with all my mates. Get back up here, clown, away from the edge.
Carajo! Hijo de la chingada!
Got no idea what you just said, but I don't eat enchiladas, man.
Cabrón!
Your friends at the system, man. Nope, battery's low. I'm going to have to knock off the kids' fucking headphones.
I sure hope this one ain't a talker. There you go. Good look out there.
Just 2 secs while I change this over me. Up or down. supposed to do?